I think the number one thing that you should do when you're looking to hire a mass timber partner is to get them in early as you possibly can. Let their experience help you in your designs. Let their experience help you with the tolerances that are needed between the trades. Let's not forget that these are the people that actually are doing the work. They know their suppliers, they know where to get the material, and all that information and education should be present to you to make proper decisions.
My most important piece of advice to anyone wanting to do this from a superintendent's perspective is to be fully engaged from the beginning, be fully engaged in the design phase. There are so many aspects of this project that we were able to get with our design team to design easier ways to install, safer ways to install, more efficient ways to make our product. All these things are huge in the life of a construction worker, as particularly a superintendent who's dealing with schedules and safety and all the nuances of taking a project through the bumps. So being engaged sooner rather than later for me was key. I had the opportunity of being involved from this project from the beginning, from the interviewing process to the design process, all the way through till as we stand here today. And it's been good to be able to head off some of these problems with our team, with our design team, with our engineering team, with the team that designed this building, to take care of some of the issues that are unique to being a superintendent.
So advice to others. We have a lot of lessons learned, and one key one as a structural engineer to others is to optimize not only for wood content and total volume of wood, but connections. How can we minimize the number of connections, keep connections simple, because a lot of cost comes in that. It's not only in material volume. And that was in a great partnership with Western Wood, is to look at that collectively and get real cost feedback time and to evaluate those decisions. Proved out to be the most cost effective.
So a mass timber building gives an architect and an engineer an opportunity really to display the engineering system, the structural system, and also the mechanical systems as part of the finished product. So my advice to other architects that are embarking on a building of this type is to be very cognizant that the systems will be the architecture and to work very closely from day one with the mechanical engineers and the structural engineers to make sure that what you're going to end up at the end of the project is what you want to see. So total integration is both a challenge but also an opportunity for the design.
Lesson learned, if the clientele decided to go with the mass timber kind of a building type, is to find a really good quality subcontractor and of course a good quality general contractor. And very important is that you also need a very strong design team that understand the structure and architectural kind of integrated delivery to showcase the beauty of the wood, the appealing of the wood, and just take advantage of all the nice feature of what comes out of the cross-laminated timber.
From an architectural standpoint, mass timber, I think, has a lot of incredible potential, and it does take a lot of planning to be successful. So you have to consider how to do this from early on in the process and how it affects every single trade, up to and including understanding what your fire ratings are, where any of your specific conditions where you need 2-hour conditions really need to be placed, how all your MEP penetrations are going to be and distribution are going to work. This is all done ahead of time, and it takes a lot of care and craft to do right and to plan in advance, because once these panels are cut and in, it is very hard to go back and alter them in the field. That's actually a good thing. That forces good, proper planning and strategy on how you're going to do the MEP system. So no longer can you just allow whoever first trade goes in and they go in wherever they want. There has to be a strategy and plan in place, and everyone has to follow it. So the amount of BIM coordination that has been done ahead of time has been tremendous, and you can really see it paying off in the field where all of the trades are organized and aligned and very thoughtfully considered. So as an architect, I think being aware how involved in this process you need to be from the beginning and getting trade partners on early to make sure that you're doing all of this full coordination and taking into consideration from the bones and the design of the building that you're accommodating the distribution systems and the fire ratings appropriately.
Our 50 years experience proves that we are that trade partner.